I love how this just. So I'm going to have to play this. Getting that? And hello, everyone, and welcome out to Walk-Ons for another beautiful Thursday night. I am Doug Gann alongside of head coach Thomas Bachman. And, Coach, it's nice to be out here on a Thursday night because I think twice we've been out on a Tuesday night, and man, that's got me all confused.
Me too. I enjoy the Thursday nights. I enjoy it for a lot of reasons. Wow, it would be nice to be in the box kicking off right now.
Right.
But we get the extra practice time. We get the extra day of preparation, and that's going to serve us in the long run of, the more time you put in. So, yeah, I agree with you. It's great to be back here on a Thursday night and playing football on Friday nights. That is what it's supposed to be, Friday night football.
Indeed it is. Otherwise there wouldn't be Friday Night Lights without actually playing on Friday night. A lot of great folks starting to make their way in here, Coach. We are live at Walk-Ons, where we have been, I guess, for the last, this is year probably 3 or 4 that the folks out at Walk-Ons have allowed us to be out here, and grateful to have them out there. Now, you changed a little bit. See, I get away from football on there because I just saw this hamburger that was probably 1.5 feet tall going out to one of the tables. But you used to be one of those that like the Uncle B's chicken tenders, but you audibled this year and you're going away from that, and you got a new favorite, it looks like.
What is it, the Hawaiian tacos or something like that?
I thought it was the Boom Boom Shrimp Taco, or one of those, but you went tacos this year.
I had them one day this summer and, said, all right.
You're a creature of habit, to say the least.
You better believe it. Very much so. You find something that you like, go to a Mexican restaurant and I order fajitas. It's hard to go wrong.
The worst thing you can do is go somewhere and order something and not like it and say,
that's right.
I wish I should have had that.
That's right.
We're not right. As much as we love the folks here.
And the Hawaiian tacos have been great. So there's
I'm gonna give you some insight to the best value on the menu, bar none. The buffalo chicken sandwich. Okay? Buffalo chicken sandwich, if you like that, it comes with 2 big chicken breasts on there. And so you order the extra bun with it. It doesn't cost you anything. You got 2 sandwiches for the price of 1 and waffle fries.
Might have to try that.
That's it. So, like I said, as much as we love the folks here at Walk-Ons, we got to get into the show. Congratulations, you moved to 6-1, pick up the victory in a district game against the Rebels of Pineville. And so you sit 1-1 in the rankings there. Big games coming up against Ruston and Washita the next couple of weeks. Here to focus on Ruston, but I want to work on that Pineville game just a little bit. It was good to be back home in that game. Great crowd that was out there.
They really have been awesome this year, haven't they? I mean, that's not something that we're just saying over the airwaves to try and sound positive or to try and create a narrative that is, you know how you
try to build it up, yes,
in the hope that the expectation that it's going to be that way, but they really have been incredible crowds at home, and for me and for us as coaches that have been here a while and where it was in some of those early years,
right.
Felt like we had some good competitive teams and trying to get over, and just that energy that you get from the crowd and in the stadium when it's full and I don't know how you put a value on a point total on that, but I do believe that it has an impact and an influence on the way that the kids play. So I said all that just to tell anybody that's out there listening, thank you, because it's been a lot of work through the years, and to see some of it starting to come around, and you just couldn't be more grateful and more appreciative of the people that are turning out, and say to them, regardless of what we want to win. I think we've created a thing where there's an expectation to win, right. But it's definitely a step in the right direction, and our kids are going to play hard. We're going to compete hard. We prepare hard, and we want to put a product on the field that gives the community and really all of Central Louisiana a point of pride that they have a football team that can compete and is going to play hard, and that they're really proud of and that they can get behind. And I know it's why we go to work, and these kids pay such a tremendous price and work behind the scenes so that the stands can be full,
right,
and people can be proud of what is going on in between the lines, the way they watch their kids compete.
Couple of points on that too. Going back to the parking and the amount of players or the amount of fans that are coming out for it. I've had more than one person that has casually watched the program in the past few years and roll in about 5 minutes till 7, expecting to park in the parking lot and walk up and see kickoff, and you're parking down by the baseball field. If you show up at 5 minutes till 7 on there's not going to be, you're somewhere on Warren, there's not going to be anywhere for you to park.
Turn it into a community event where it's a gathering of, as we've said numerous times, I'm going to say it once again, when a football program gets going, it's more than the 100 boys that are dressed out on the sideline. It's all the support groups. It's a student body. It's a community that turns out, and it's you create a place where people want to be. In some of these bigger ball games, I was listening to Coach Bowden talk at ULM, and if you saw pictures of the crowd last week when they beat Liberty, there was next to nobody, but when he went around town,
everybody was there.
Everybody, it was an important event to be at, and hopefully we can continue to grow that with the product that we put out there, where people want to be at the games and say that they were there for that moment that happened,
right?
Whatever that moment is, from year to year or week to week.
This is a small thing, but it's happened over the last couple of years. I see more and more people refer to the team as Alexandria and not so much as Ash. It's Ash, it's going to be Ash, but there's a sense of ownership of the community when you're referred to as Alexandria.
I certainly hope so. We put Alexandria on a lot of our stuff because we do want it to be the namesake. You drive through, people say I'm going through Alexandria, and
right.
So to be the namesake of this community is something that we don't take lightly. Got a lot of pride in, and I hope everybody, maybe regardless of where you are, there can be a sense of pride when we have success at Alexandria Senior High,
right.
that everybody that lives here feels, as a result of that. So
I will tell you this: we were in Natchez this past weekend for the Balloon Festival, and we're in one of the establishments there, and I had the Ash shirt on, and had more than one person come up and talk to us. One couple that I met was from Marksville. and they talked about the game a little bit too. But throughout the town, because the city was full of people that day, more than one occasion they came up and stopped me and asked me about it too, and that's good to see. You know, that sort of names getting out there is really good to see.
Yeah, that's awesome, and it's why you don't mess with the logo. It's why, it's brand recognition.
Right.
I know at one point when we got to Ash, there was there were a lot of different logos that people were no, that's not our brand. Let's make sure that everybody understands that's the brand, and let's protect the brand. And hopefully there's some recognition that begins to get created by the product that you continue to put out there. And wins and losses are going to be what they are. As we talked about, there's an expectation to win, but I'm talking about the brand of football. The effort level,
right?
The execution level that we want to be known for. And that we pursue every single day. And when I say we, I'm talking about our young people. They there's a lot of work. It's not easy. People can try to explain it away. I was talking to the kid today, and I guess I'm off on a little bit of a tangent.
You're right.
And some of this stuff, I just get annoyed, when I hear other coaches say, well, if I had those players and it annoys me. And we have incredible players, but don't dismiss the hard work that has been put in. And that's where it gets under my skin of they want to dismiss the years of doing the work, living with results that are sometimes disappointing. And everybody out there, Dalen put something in our player group me where he heard some people talking, and it didn't know who he was, and we're kind of running down they're in district now, they're always didn't know who Dalen was. But
that's right.
Just trying to get the kids to understand that people with opinions are going to exist all your life. And that's the easiest thing in life, is to sit there and have an opinion and just run off at the mouth about what you think's going to happen. Showing up every single day and doing the work and the hard stuff, and then having to go live with the result week after week, good, bad, whatever it is. Man, that's really a hard thing sometimes when you're working your butt off and you're not always getting the results that you want. But if we can get that into our kids, and when the game's over and it stays in our kids, man, that's why I love this and what we do. And we have gotten a lot of good results, and now people begin to expect that, and that is a great thing too. And hopefully that gets us to play to a standard week after week too. But just when I hear some of that stuff, it just for us, don't dismiss the hard work. Don't dismiss the sacrifice and the dedication that these young people and these coaches have put in to get it to a point to where you think it should be or shouldn't be with your opinion.
But generally it's somebody that's not involved with the program and has no idea of what they're doing other than sitting back and just I saw a meme the other day. We're going to get to commercial, and when we come back we're going to talk about that Pineville game. But it said the two best places to coach, and one was the bleachers and one was a picture of a recliner.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily completely all that I'm talking about, but you're right.
No,
yeah, I mean,
everybody's got that.
And that's fine, because we're watching UL and Arkansas State. It's easy for me, and I'm going to have an opinion about I don't know why. That's fine. That's what we're supposed to do as fans of the game and all this stuff. But I'm simply talking about how hard these young people have worked, and the opportunities that they've given themselves. And I know we got to go to commercial, but we constantly try and get our kids to understand all the work that you're putting in doesn't guarantee the result that you want. It just gives you an opportunity. We have an opportunity tomorrow night against another great program that is well coached, that is going to play hard. It's not going to guarantee a result.
Right.
It's going to give us an opportunity that if we play well and we perform well to get the opportunity. But if we don't do all that hard work and we don't bust our tail, I can guarantee you the other side of it. You've got no shot to go be successful in these big ball games at this level. And, that's not always the easy thing to get people to understand.
Right. Look, we could go through this whole hour and not get into the commercial at all, but we've got to take it, or the GM's going to have my job out of this. Don't go anywhere, guys. We are listening to the Thomas Bachman Show. We are live from Walk-Ons. When we come back out of the break, we're going to talk Ash and Pineville, a little bit of recap from last week's big 42-7 victory that moved the Trojans to 6-1. We'll be right back after this.
$246 and let him help you. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East in Pineville, behind Arby's.
Mom, Dad, the magician's here. Magician?
Oh, yeah. Honey, the magician's here.
Oh, right. Can I go watch?
Sure. Hi, Jimmy. Are you ready?
Boy, am I.
Okay. See that dirt, grime, and residue?
Yep.
Now you see it? No, you don't.
Wow, amazing.
Senla Power Wash. We offer house washing, shingle, roof washing, and commercial washing services. Call 318-446-0838.
This is Ty Eastman, loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you in the market for land? Whether it's for hunting, recreation, or a timber tract, you need a lender with experience in financing rural real estate. At First South, we understand what it means to own your own piece of land, whether it's a hunting camp or just a place to get away on the weekend. The best part of my job is seeing our members realize their dreams of land ownership. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Ty Eastman, at First South Farm Credit, or visit us at firstsouthlands.com.
You don't have to miss out on your life because of an eye problem. Louisiana Eye and Laser with affordable solutions such as LASIK surgery, glaucoma treatments, cataract treatments. The professionals at Louisiana Eye and Laser Center can help you get more out of the life you're living. You can enjoy seeing your loved ones in a way that is comfortable and reliable. Talk to Louisiana Eye and Laser Center at 318-487-2020 or check them out online at laeyeandlasercenter.com.
Need a quick tow?
Sadler's Towing meets many of its clients by accident. The first time. The second time, their clients call because of the fair price and great service that they previously received. If you need a tow, light-duty winching, you're locked out of your vehicle, or just need a jump start, Sadler's Towing is ready to handle your situation. Sadler's Towing is available 24/7, including Christmas and New Year's Eve. Put their number in your cell phone today, 447-7235. Again, that's 447-7235. Sadler's Towing, Alexandria, Louisiana.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
Back to Walk-Ons we go. I am Doug Gann alongside of Coach Thomas Bachman. And, of course, you heard from one of our sponsors there, Sadler Towing, and picked up the phone yesterday, needed a tow. Had been an accident in the family, and so they were right on the spot. Made it there quicker than we made it back with the keys to let them into it, is how quick. So if you're looking for that, give the Sadlers a phone call. They're great people.
I've had to do it a couple of times myself.
See? So there you go. All right, Coach, made it through the first segment. A great segment it was, and didn't get to talk about the Pineville game any at all, and we've still got to get into Ruston as well. But I echo the same sentiments as anybody else did in that first quarter, and I was probably as critical as anybody because I had the mic on there, but it looked like you guys were sleepwalking through that first quarter or so. And was there a little bit of hangover from the West Monroe game, or what do you think happened?
I don't know. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of energy, and trying to get them going, trying to get the energy. Had been out of school on fall break, and do feel like there was a little bit lacking energy, for whatever. But got them to third and long twice. They were able to hit a pass play for a conversion, and then they're going to milk all 40 seconds of the play clock, and then that can lead to some of that type of environment where you just kind of. But we got off the field and didn't play particularly well on the opening drive.
Right.
To be honest with you, several mistakes that are disappointing in a lot of ways, and then gave them the ball back. Before you know it, first quarter was over, and it only ran 4 plays on offense, and just had kind of that feel to it. Knew that was kind of going to be, what we're going to be looking at that going into that game of limited possessions and, trying to keep it close, which hey, to each his own, and just needed to hit some explosive plays and play with some tempo. That's been it's not that we're trying to, play the fast break offense that we do at times, but there's a rhythm to it of getting to the line of scrimmage with some urgency about ourselves. And
Things kind of settled down there in the second quarter. Jarvis rushes for 3 big touchdowns, a couple long ones, and then the one from 1 yard out. And at 21-0 there at halftime, you felt comfortable that, okay, we're good. We're getting the ball out of the second half. Think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't know that there was ever a point where you didn't feel, comfortable, or where there was a, as far as if you're talking about winning the game. There was never
just
a lack
looked
of
like they were starting to get in the flow.
But yeah, let's go get in, let's go get in a rhythm and play to, the real scoreboard's internal. I don't know if I've said that on the radio, or, we do talk about it with our kids and, within our program of, if the scoreboard, that internal scoreboard of did you play to your potential, and don't know that we were completely satisfied with that side of things. In so many ways, there were elements of it that were underwhelming. But outside of those 2 opening first downs, really limited them. There weren't many more first downs until we got into the fourth quarter, and
when you had most of your younger fellas in.
Guys in, so the way that we played defensively and the way that hey, that you couldn't be prouder. But just the rhythm to the game. Was a little bit different and something we were kind of out of.
And I know I sound like a broken record in this too, but I was blown away by the punting of Abel this week. He downed a couple inside the 20, had a couple of snaps.
The one from our end zone that he had to recover and launch to the other end of the field.
Averages 46 yards a punt on the night, which is
he's a weapon. Yeah. We know that he's a weapon, and a high school kicker is one thing. A high school kicker of Abel's caliber and the things that he's capable of. Well,
this will tell you what the difference is to it as well, because every kickoff, I think, I think all of them were touchbacks on there. Maybe one of them was up. Go into the end zone where they're starting at the 20, and that's just where it's going to be. And they kick the ball, and Jarvis takes it to the house on there. That's the difference as well, because if you don't give a team the opportunity to house one, well, they're never going to get the chance to do it.
Correct. You're going to be starting from the -20, and, if they have a dynamic player back there as a return man, that you definitely don't want to give him another touch with an opportunity to go. Yes, I agree with you. So I'm looking at it now. He was 6 for 6 on touchback. So wanted to make sure, incredibly value. And the flip side of it is what you talk about, opening the second half with Jarvis getting loose on the kickoff return,
Now, there was a moment until I got clarification on it Sunday morning of it looked like Jermaine had called for a fair catch on there. And so getting clarification that I got from it was it didn't look like it. It looked more like he was waving to Jarvis that, hey, it's over my head. You've got it.
They were communicating. And, that's people are going to continue to kick it there until I do a better job of coaching and emphasizing. Rule number 1 at kickoff return is don't let the ball hit the ground.
Correct.
That's the thing that is stressed, and but yet we've let it hit the ground a few times. So obviously it needs to be stressed more. But once he was able to pick it up,
right,
he was able to do what what very few people can do, and
that gave him his 4th touchdown of the night, en route to being named our Advanced Collision Repair Player of the Game. We have our Whataburger What a Play of the game, and that was the play of Abel Peterman in that game. Just and not taking the kickoffs completely out of it, the way that he punted and controlled the field flipping, if you will, for lack of a better term. That was our 2 award winners of that night. Great nights, but Joe comes and throws a couple of touchdowns in the second half, and so everybody was really rolling there.
Yeah, hit TJ on the corner, and then Dalen on that little spot route, and you could see Dalen. I mean, Dalen's got really good vision. He's very elusive. I mean, he has the ability. You could see him setting that guy up, pushing vertical like that, letting that guy form his angle, bam, and then he slammed and cut back. And, you could say, like, all right, I know Dalen. I've seen it plenty of times. I mean, he's as dynamic as anybody when the ball's in his hands. So was really, really proud for him to respond, because I know he's such a competitor. He can be hard on himself,
But that's you want somebody.
Yeah, that's right. You just can't let it affect, your future performance.
What
he
you
does.
do out
he
there.
Expects to play at such a high level. So to respond from some of the things, that were going on in the first half, and some opportunities that we had, some plays that we had an opportunity to make,
Well, it all led.
Proud for him.
It all led to you guys moving to 6-1 with a 42-7 victory. We're going to look ahead to Ruston when we come back. This is the Thomas Bachman Show. We are live from Walk-Ons right here on LA 103.5.
Ma'am, the doctor will see you now.
I can't see the doctor.
No, the doctor's right here. He's ready to see.
No. You don't understand. Are you hearing me? I'm telling you, I can't see the doctor.
Don't let it come to this.
Louisiana Eye and Laser Center. Come visit us at one of our 13 locations or look us up online. Security Sporting Goods, proud supporter of all area high school football teams. If you looking for hunting stuff from ammo to camo, they got it all at Security Sporting Goods. They talking about camo brands like Drake, Bandit, and Nomad, handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives. Security Sporting Goods, Memorial Drive, Alexandria, proud supporter of area high school football. So, your transmission is kaput. Time to get a new or new-to-you vehicle? Wrong. Certified Transmission can fix your transmission problems and preserve your investment in your vehicle. Certified Transmission will also save you the hassle of trying to find a good vehicle that you can afford without a good trade-in, because most car dealers are not going to want to accept your vehicle in trade. So, having Certified Transmission fix your vehicle is the best option of getting back on the road in a vehicle you can trust. Go where you know. Certified Transmission on the Monroe Highway in Ball.
This is Nikki Chandler, loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you looking for land out in the country to build your dream home? Then you need a lender who specializes in financing rural land. At First South, we've helped so many of our members who wanted to buy that small tract of land away from the city. As your loan officer, I'm there from application all the way to the closing table. Building that relationship is the best part of what we do. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Nikki Chandler, at First South Farm Credit, or visit us at firstsouthland.com.
You're hungry. Your team needs you. You're a fan. You want to be at the top of your fan game, but you need something different. You need fan fuel. At Walk-Ons, we treat every day like game day. We're here all week long feeding fans with delicious, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, made fresh in our from-scratch kitchen. We've got what it takes to fuel fans and the team to victory. Walk-Ons, it's game day with a taste of Louisiana.
South MacArthur Service Road in Alexandria.
Security Sporting Goods, proud supporter of all area high school football teams. If you looking for hunting stuff from ammo to camo, they got it all at Security Sporting Goods. They talking about camo brands like Drake, Bandit, and Nomad, handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives. Security Sporting Goods, Memorial Drive, Alexandria, proud supporter of area high school football. Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
And we are back live at Walk-Ons. I am Doug Gann alongside head coach Thomas Bachman. And coach, every week in District 2 5A, you're talking about man, it's such a big game. It's such a big game. This one is no different. And matter of fact, it's as big as any game because it's the next game. I've been taught that all along of what it is. But every matchup that I remember with you and Ruston, with Ash and Ruston, has been a final play barn-burning game. Weren't able to play last year because COVID wiped that one out. But the last 2 or 3, man, they've been something to see.
Been traditionally some really good games. I agree with you on that. Games that are going to come down to, fourth quarter, final possessions. The thing about our district is, brand or style of play matters too. And,
right.
Different. A game can be competitive and have a different style. There is a physicality that people that follow and know and understand football. It's one that when you wake up on Saturday morning, the kids feel on both sides. It's just
right.
that style of play. I mean, to say that it's old school or whatever, but there is an element of
well, there's success in it too. I mean,
it's fixing to be that there's a physicality to the district that has definitely helped us through the years improve. You can
right.
either step up and elevate yourself and be able to match it, or you're going to be left behind. And our players, our kids have worked really hard to embrace that year in and year out, day in and day out on the practice field, so that they can go be competitive in these games. I do feel like that the district has helped us improve because
right.
you either embrace it or you stay behind. And so that's what this game's going to be. I have a tremendous amount of respect for their staff and for Coach Ball. I mean, he's a guy that I admire in a lot of ways.
Right.
I mean, I would like to believe there's some similarities in our program, and the fact that the conversations that we have. I don't think he's really too concerned with anything going on outside of Ruston, Louisiana, and his kids and the things that he can control. And that's pretty similar approach than what we have of, we're worried about what's going on.
That's correct.
At Ash and on our practice field and in our meeting rooms and the things that we can control. And, all the noise or the talk or the stuff that goes on the outside is great. And it adds to an atmosphere and an energy and excitement, but we just don't have any control. So, and in some of these ways, I do think that there are some parallels between the two schools. If you look at student population,
right.
There's similarities, but between the size of our schools and the makeup of our schools. It's just a lot of carryover, and there have been some really great games going back to year one for us in 2015. We lose to them on a 2-point play. They beat us 57-56 in year one, and
yep.
So there's been some good games through the year. Obviously, we score on what
is your okay? Let me a couple of your favorite memories out of those games, because there have been so many matchups, and then we'll touch on something that could have quite possibly been or was scheduled to be the Jamboree opponent for us this year. But that was But I just want to tell a couple of your favorite memories of the Ruston Ash series over the last few years.
Well, that game one always sticks out in my mind, the night that Matthew Beck had, and watching him perform and see him, really, I felt that was where it all started to come together. That was later in the year, but where there was a belief of, hey, man, we can go score points on anybody. Of course, that was, 7 years ago, but,
wow.
Just the performance that he had, I remember that. I won't say he threw for 400-plus yards.
Yep.
I do remember that, and the back and forth and just how that game played out, and, the belief of our kids that, hey, we can compete. Obviously, Baby D's touchdown, the fight and the resolve. I want to say we were down 13-3 and then found a way in the fourth quarter to get some scores. And, you can somehow – the scoring of that touchdown, and then the camera cuts to the sideline, and when kids are heavily invested and they've put a whole lot into themselves, the reaction,
yep.
the joy and the excitement that was in that moment only comes from when you poured yourself into, what it took to get to that point. That was a really fun moment. I remember the 2-point play the year before where we came up short and how hard we battled. That was an incredible football game that night, and the night that Richard Chark had. And
yeah, he had, 5 or 6 touchdowns that night.
Yeah, I can remember.
I can still hear your dad at the party that was after that, too.
Yeah.
That sticks
awesome,
out. Look, your dad is a walking soundbite.
It was awesome.
He is always.
I got through, so people out there, they had a little event or something, and I got through giving a speech or something after that season at an event with a lot of the coaches and their families.
It was a great night. We were down at on Embers or somewhere down there.
Downtown.
That's right.
And then you're done, and there's always that 5 or 6 seconds of
before it moves on.
Before, all right, people. And my dad said, should have given it to the running back one more time.
That's not what he said. He said you should have run the dang ball.
Yeah, you should have ran the ball on the 2-point play.
And look, it's just out of nowhere, and that's that statement that only a dad can make.
Yeah, no doubt.
And but that shows the relationship that you guys have, and hey, look, this is what it is. And
when you get in those situations, you got to make a call, and you prepare for them, and it's not a. Sometimes it's.
But you had told me.
We prepare for them, but you got to live with the results of the decisions that you make.
You told me going into it the couple of weeks before, say, hey, look, if it comes down to this is what we're doing, and we're going for 2. And so I'm getting blown up on because we're the last game that's on at that time, and all of our other radio crews are listening to it, and Scott Mills, I know, is out there listening to it, and he's texting me, what's going on?
Yeah,
and I said, look, they're
one.
going to win the ball game, and this is it.
They made a field goal there right as time expired, or almost, I guess there was a few seconds left to force overtime.
To send it to overtime, that's
after
right.
we had
Amazing kicker they had.
There's a bunch of situations in that game that I could touch on where, you felt like you had a chance to win it, or plays that you made. So, saying all that.
But that's part of the memories of the game. That's what it is. And you told us before the game, too, when we walked around, we talked to Coach Ball, said one thing to guarantee is that this game is going to be exciting. No matter what, you need to get a ticket and go to this game.
Yeah, we need people to travel north and fill up our side of the stands and, match that energy. I would anticipate there's going to be a great crowd on their side, and look, I can't wait. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I know our players and our coaches are really looking forward to it.
I'm excited about their press box. It's their new one since the tornado took out their other nice new one.
It's a great place to play, and it's a great place to play. I mean, the setup and the facilities, and they got the video scoreboard, and I mean, they just do a really good job, and I respect them. I respect how hard they work, and the style in which they do it, you admire and you respect, and you enjoy competing against people like that.
Well, we're going to get into the X's and O's of that game. Enough of reliving the old ones. It's time to concentrate on the new one. We're going to do all of that when we come back. You're listening to the Thomas Bachman Show right here on LA 103.5.
Need a quick tow?
Sadler's Towing meets many of its clients by accident. The first time. The second time, their clients call because of the fair price and great service that they previously received. If you need a tow, light-duty winching, you're locked out of your vehicle, or just need a jump start, Sadler's Towing is ready to handle your situation. Sadler's Towing is available 24/7, including Christmas and New Year's Eve. Put their number in your cell phone today, 447-7235. Again, that's 447-7235. Sadler's Towing, Alexandria, Louisiana.
You're hungry. Your team needs you. You're a fan. You want to be at the top of your fan game, but you need something different. You need fan fuel. At Walk-Ons, we treat every day like game day. We're here all week long feeding fans with delicious, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, made fresh in our from-scratch kitchen. We've got what it takes to fuel fans and the team to victory. Walk-Ons, it's game day with a taste of Louisiana.
South MacArthur Service Road in Alexandria.
This is Thais, loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you in the market for land? Whether it's for hunting, recreation, or a timber tract, you need a lender with experience in financing rural real estate. At First South, we understand what it means to own your own piece of land, whether it's a hunting camp or just a place to get away on the weekend. The best part of my job is seeing our members realize their dreams of land ownership. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Ty Eastman, at First South Farm Credit, or visit us at firstsouthland.com.
Security Sporting Goods, proud supporter of all area high school football teams. If you looking for hunting stuff from ammo to camo, they got it all at Security Sporting Goods. They talking about camo brands like Drake, Bandit, and Nomad. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives. Security Sporting Goods, Memorial Drive, Alexandria. Proud supporter of area high school football.
Southbound Spirits in Pineville, your one-stop shop for daiquiris, liquor, beer, wine, tobacco, and so much more. All with a convenient drive-through. If you have a wedding or special event you need catered, you need our one-of-a-kind tap trailer. Are you wanting a certain hard-to-find item? That's our specialty. Come to Southbound Spirits and you'll go nowhere else. You can contact us at 318-704-0122 or stop by Southbound Spirits, your one-stop shop for any top you can pop.
Fueling up is just a part of life. But what if, with every fill-up, you could change a child's life? Well, now you can. Fill up at the Giving Pump at Why Not Stop and locally owned Shell locations. Now through September 30th, we're donating a portion of proceeds from every fuel purchase at the Giving Pump to St. Jude's. Why not be the change in a child's life and fill up at the Purple Giving Pump? Get all the details at whynotstop.com.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
Great crowd has made it in here tonight. I am Doug Gann alongside of head coach Thomas Bachman, and just talking a little bit of football. Kind of a big matchup going on tomorrow night up north of here in Ruston as your Astrojans travel to face the Bearcats of Ruston. As we said during the break, Coach, a lot of power points out there for either team in this game. And you're starting to look at a point where seeding starts to come into play. I think you guys are sitting around 16th right now due to, gosh, I guess just the quirk of scheduling. A lot of the teams that you schedule not having great seasons, and that affects you.
Yeah, I mean, power points are what they are. You get credit for your opponent. You get 10 points for a win, and then you get another point for every one of your opponent's wins. So, we're both sitting here at 6-1, so there is a lot of power points on the line for both teams. And, I guess seeding matters. It does as far as home and away and all that stuff, but – Well,
having that semifinal game at home last year was huge.
I agree with that.
But again, you had just been on the road to Zachary too, and that was a big place to go in and win.
It is what it is. I mean, if you look back through, I think a couple of years when Zachary beat West Monroe in the Dome, 27-24 or something. They played at home in the first round, then they traveled. Trying to remember, they went to Hahnville in the second, Acadiana in the third, Destrehan in the semifinals, and then won the state championship. So there's a lot, that was an incredible run out of Coach Brew and his guys, not only to have to go on the road, but the quality of program that you had to play week after week. It was one of the more impressive runs.
That Zachary team had so much speed back then too, as they always do. They still do, but they were so solid. Ran away from West Monroe in that game.
Yeah, they were. Anyway, we say all that to say that, we're going to play the game that's in front of us, and when playoffs roll around and playoff seedings, obviously we want to be as high as we can be, and but we got to control what we can control, and
that's one of the quirks too.
There's a lot of power points on our schedule from here to the end.
So how about a team then that has a schedule where they've got a team that they're playing lower class that has some wins on there, and maybe it's a false higher seeding than they should have.
Yeah, and look, we've had some of that through the years. I look at Faraday traditionally. That was one of the better games, and the times we beat them, that was an 18, 19 point power point win. That was a great win. Again, you got to go play the one that's in front of you, and all the ones that you played behind you, they prepared, but none of those opponents are in the stadium that night that you play, and in
week 11,
and you can't always control how control how the bracket's going to fall or any of that stuff. So you're just wasting energy, trying to be concerned about it. We want to handle our business in district first, and these games are going to be what playoff football is. We get that in our district, and And so we're looking forward to tomorrow night, and in a couple of weeks, that's all.
That'll all
come
sort
out
itself
and,
out.
We'll play where they tell us to play or what the rules say you have to do. And
speaking of tomorrow night, what do you see on Ruston offensively? I know they like to run the ball a lot, and they're very good at doing that too. So what do you see out of that Ruston O?
Very big across the front on the offensive line. Multiple personnel groupings, multiple backs. I mean, they presented several different ways throughout the year. Big physical offensive line, good tight end, fullback that had been out with a foot injury and came back against St. Thomas More. And I mean, he's a multi-year starter and an incredible football player. Can't call his name, but I know exactly who he is through the years, and just got a ton of respect for the brand of ball. So offensively, they're going to come right at you, and they're going to wear on you, and they're going to be committed to it, and they execute at a high level. I mean, you can see their kids that they're really well coached. They understand how to recognize a front and who they're going to be on, how they're working with who, and it's just you got respect for how they're coached and the brand of football that they play. So, yeah, they're going to come right at you. And they do a good job. The quarterback is a junior. He's a second-year starter, throws the ball really well. I mean, just because they choose not to do it a whole lot doesn't mean that they don't have the ability to do it. So quarterback throws a nice ball, and, they're going to find ways where – looking at how you're fitting and, who's getting in on the run fit from the back half. And they're going to hold you accountable with some of that stuff, too, of, some of the play actions and the boots and all that they have off of their run game. So they do a tremendous job, attack you in a bunch of different ways, make you be accountable and play sound football. A lot of comparisons to that West Monroe team, the way that they are big and physical and just grind. And the outsider looking in sees a 28-14 game. But it wasn't just, I mean, you guys held up and bowed your backs and it was just a couple of plays that gave the points to West Monroe's. So anybody that looks in and says, hey, Ash can't survive in that physical type of a game hasn't watched the true games. You guys are solid when it comes to handling that as well defensively. Yeah, I don't necessarily know who says that, or I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to play well. We know it's going to be physical. I mean, we played well. If you keep your defense out there all night, I mean, eventually, that's there is some wear that goes on. Right. But they're going to make their plays. Line up and play the next one. That's been the message to the kids. It's fixing to be a heavyweight fight. Get ready for it. Let's go. Let's go battle. I mean, get up. Coach Severia was talking to the defense about that the other day. Let's line up and let's play. Let's execute. Make sure that if we can keep their minds from being cloudy and that they're really comfortable with the information, then they can go play fast and free and hard and you talked about that game last week with Ruston and Ouachita, 56-55 in that one. And the key phrase that's been thrown around this year a lot has been explosive plays. Ruston's solid at executing explosive plays. Got to come in and limit that defensively. Yeah, no doubt. At the end of the night, we're going to see who has more explosive plays. We're going to try and create them. We're going to try and limit them. But, it wasn't impressive. I guess the score gets 28-14 Ouachita. Coming right out of the half, too, is where I believe. I'm trying to remember. Because they tied it up. Yes, so it was. Ouachita, it was 21-14 at half, and Ouachita extends the lead to 28-14. And you look down plays, again, it's 28-all. Yeah, and two. So, right after that touchdown, one play, Ruston houses it. Little pitch, tailback, and then get a stop, get the ball back. Very next play. So in two offensive plays, scores tied at 28. So it shows you, not only will they grind you for 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, whatever. They don't mind lining up and just continuing to come after them. 4 yards is a good play. They're going to be committed right where they are, but they have the ability to hit some big plays too. The back is really good back. I mean, he really is. I mean. Might be leading the state in rushing, or I know he's up there. Right. He's third in the state in rushing. I knew he was high. He's got a lot of carries. I mean, they're going to feed him, and he's a really good football player. So,
Well, that's a look at the Trojans and what they'll face defensively. We're going to take our final break of the evening. When we come back, we'll talk about what the Trojans do on offense. We'll do that right after this. You're listening to the Thomas Bachman Show live from Walk-Ons right here on LA 103.5.
Welcome to Whataburger. Customization is what we've always done.
You want mustard and mayo? You want ketchup? We'll make it how you like it.
When you customize your own burger, you can put your personality in it.
This is my Whataburger. With mayonnaise, ketchup, all the vegetables, no cheese.
We customize orders 24 hours a day.
Everybody wants it just like they like it. When you can make it your own, that always enhances that experience for you.
However you want it, I got you. Here at Whataburger, we make it just like you like it, whenever you like it.
Did you know BK Distributors have the fastest signs in town? They have signs for everything. If you're in need of signs or banners for your political campaign, your business, or just for that family reunion, BK Distributors has it all with outstanding quality, fast turnaround, and the best prices in town. If you've been looking for the right place to handle your signage needs, well, here's your sign. Call Scott today, 318-442-2246, and let him help you. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East in Pineville, behind Arby's.
Mom, Dad, the magician's here. Magician?
Oh, yeah. Honey, the magician's here.
Oh, right. Can I go watch? Sure.
Hi, Timmy. Are you ready?
Boy, am I.
Okay. See that dirt, grime, and residue?
Yep.
Now you see it? Now you don't.
Wow, amazing.
Zenla Power Wash. We offer house washing, shingle roof washing, and commercial washing services. Call 318-446-0838.
If you haven't tried Rosie Joe's in Alexandria, then where you at? They have an incredible menu with so many options. Handmade hamburgers, po' boys, Philly cheesesteaks, crawfish or shrimp etouffee, gumbos, and much more. Have you tried the new Cajun chicken nachos? Oh, yeah, it's as delicious as it sounds. Rosie Joe's is open 7 days a week, and happy hour is weekdays from 2 to 5. They can cater any event, too. Rosie Joe's. Follow them on Facebook or call them at 318-442-8245. If you try them once, be ready to become a regular.
You don't have to miss out on your life because of an eye problem. Louisiana Eye and Laser Center can make your life more enjoyable with affordable solutions such as LASIK surgery, glaucoma treatments, cataract treatments. The professionals at Louisiana Eye and Laser Center can help you get more out of the life you're living. You can enjoy seeing your loved ones in a way that is comfortable and reliable. Talk to Louisiana Eye and Laser Center at 318-487-2020 or check them out online at laeyeandlasercenter.com.
At Hickson, we're so blessed the awards keep rolling in. 8 President's Awards, we won our 3rd straight J.D. Power & Associates Award for Customer Excellence, and we just received the Car Guru's 2021 Dealer of the Year. Inventory issues have affected all dealers, but rest assured, we're not charging over sticker like the other guys. We give you our best price every time, right away. New vehicle inventories are arriving every day, and we have millions worth of certified pre-owned units prepared by our technicians, and every one comes with our certified 100,000-mile warranty. At Hickson, you pick it out and we'll work it out. In Alexandria or Leesville, or visit us online at hicksonhasit.com.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show.
And we are back live.
103.5.
Live at Walk-Ons, Coach, and it's birthday time over here. Yeah. We'll let that get that cleared out. Those guys do such a great job with everything here. Look, if you're looking for somewhere to go, and I'm telling you, come by and get the buffalo chicken sandwich. It's the best value here, but it's probably the best value in town. So anyway, I digress. I think food a lot. So when the Trojans go on offense, you see a team that gave up a lot of points in that week last week. You say, okay, well, here's some things that we're going to be able to go out and do. And I know you won't get into too much of it, but your approach towards another big, tough 2-5 defense.
Well, you're going to see more of the same of what we do. It's about, making sure that our kids understand what's going to be presented to them. I mean, I don't think either one of us are going to get away from our identity. It's about presenting the information, make sure the kids are comfortable with what's going to be. There's going to be wrinkles that are thrown in there all the time. But, Kyle Williams is the defensive coordinator. Of course, Kyle played at Ruston back in the day, played at LSU and then played 14, 15 years for the Buffalo Bills.
That's right.
He's been back back home and retired now for a couple of years. He's the defensive coordinator. And, if you know anything about Kyle and the player that he was and how he was, he played for 15 years, and the man and the respect that he had in those locker rooms. I mean,
that's right.
Kyle's is an incredible a story of achievement and working hard and being special, and his group that he leads plays like that. They're hard-nosed. That they're going to be really well coached on the defensive front with a guy like him that has been there, done that at such a high level. The base 4-2-5, a lot of single safety defense, mixing some coverage here and there. But they play hard. They know how to line up and match formations. You're not going to get just easy, cheap touchdowns because they're not going to know what they're doing.
Because they're not prepared. That's right.
I mean, that's the way. I mean, you just know that you're going to have to earn what you get and execute at a high level to move the football. So, I mean, that's what our district is, and that's what makes it fun. That's what this level of football is all about. So, I mean, they got some big across the front, tackle well in the back half, and play extremely hard.
Well, it's going to be an exciting game, and guys, we stress this each and every week. There are a lot of opportunities to listen to and watch this game, but the main way to do that is take that short drive up to Ruston and show the support for the Ash team as they go up there and battle. And we know that some of our folks and some of our fans from that Ruston area are up listening. We encourage them to come out and support their Bearcats on there. This is the game that you want to come out and see, because it's two teams that are eerily similar when it comes to the way that you guys are coached, with the execution offensively, albeit a couple of different philosophies offensively, but defensively coming and getting it. Special teams is always going to be there. It's just going to be that type of game.
I agree.
So that's right. You ready to come out and be a part of that? We will go live at 6:30. We'll be right here on LA 103.5. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. And then don't forget, on the way home at 10 o'clock, you'll be able to listen to LA Friday Night Lights. We'll have a talk with Coach Bachman after the game in that one, and some of the other coaches, so I invite you to check that out. Coach, nothing changes tomorrow. I know you as much as we can, but for those that are new to it, how similar do you keep the way you do things tomorrow when you guys leave, eat around the same time, try to get up there, all of that? Just take them through an afternoon on a Friday road trip.
Well, we like to stay at our place as long as we can. So we've got our normal first thing in the morning. We get the kids, their first period of class is our athletic class. So we'll be out on the field, polishing things up, making sure we're mentally getting all our checks in, running through all our stuff. Here we go. It'll be the normal morning routine, and then, try and keep them in class as long as we can. So when we get them in the afternoon, we'll immediately report. We'll have a pregame meal. We'll feed them. We'll dress, we'll pack our bags, load them, and we'll get on the bus, probably pull out of the school between 2:30 and 3, because we don't want to get there and just
hang around. You'd rather hang around at your place.
Correct. So hopefully we're at the stadium around 5 o'clock, enough time to unpack, dress, tape up,
and go to work.
Hit pregame warm-ups and go play. I mean, that's kind of the way that we approach it, on some of these trips that are not a 5-hour trip like we took a couple of weeks ago, but it's a little less than 2 hours. Let's stay at our place as long as possible.
And so Saturday morning, nothing changes there. You'll do laundry Friday night, late into the night, but Saturday morning it'll be study hall, back at it again.
Yep. You're student athletes, and so. Yeah,
how the grades? How is that? You've been able to measure, because it's been about a month since you've done that. How's the progression been in that?
The more serious the individual takes that time, the more results they get.
Well, that's practice. That's everything.
That's just life. So what you put into it, whatever the avenue or whatever it is that you're doing in the moment, what you put into is what you're going to get out of it.
Well, there you go, head coach Thomas Bachman. Coach, that puts the wrap on the Week 8 edition of this. We're halfway through the season. We're halfway through. We've got a lot of these to go. Again, I stress to you, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock will be the opening kickoff on there. But you can always, we store these games, so you'll be able to go back and watch them on one of our Facebook pages. We invite you to go back and check that out after you make the trip to Ruston. It's less than a couple hours. What else you going to do on a Friday night because the fair's gone? So go out, support the Ash Trojans. If you're in that Ruston area, come out and support the Bearcats. Whatever you do, go out and support local high school football. Coach Bachman, thank you so much for joining us once again tonight.
I love it. I appreciate it.
There you go, Head Coach Thomas Bachman. Certainly a big shout out to Chuck, our executive producer, for making everything to fit right for us, and Daryl Brown, our intern over there, who keeps the text going throughout the show. I don't know who he texts, but staying on his phone the whole time, so still not listening to us. That's 3 weeks in a row that we've done that same close and yet to get a response from him. So that's going to wrap things up. One of those shows, guys. Load up, hit the road to Ruston tomorrow, or you can listen to it here on LA 103.5. That's going to wrap it up. We're live at Walk-Ons. We'll see you tomorrow night.
This has been the Thomas Bachman Show, presented by Walk-Ons, and also brought to you by Sadler's Towing, Watless Eye Associates, Whataburger, Southern Heritage Bank, Louisiana Eye and Laser.